Welcome back, everybody, to finals commentary of the Ocho. It's your boy Sparky here with my boy Victor. Victor, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
We're here at the tail end of the event that we ran as a group, second event that we've done this way. How are we feeling, Vic?
It was a long day, and happy to see Brian and Cory, who, if you look at the numbers from the F&Ms, have been doing very well. So I'm not surprised that they're here at the final table today.
Yeah, he's been crushing it, and I think I have to go back and check some of the scoring. I don't think Cory lost a game today.
Wouldn't surprise me. This Eldrazi deck is just, I think it's hitting all the right stuff. I think in a room full of, like, if you're going to a big GP, maybe some of the energy decks will start to show a little bit of the variance, but um, I think it was a solid choice, and Cory knows what his bread and butter is, so he stuck to it, and yeah, he played smart throughout the day.
So I'm going to correct myself. In round 3, he took one game loss to Ian, who was playing Living End. And in the top 8, he took one loss to the 4-color control deck by Ryan Gasaway. So he's lost 2 games today. He went 2-0, 2-0, 2-1 into 2 draws into the top 8. Unfortunately, he's on the draw here due to the modified play draw. And Brian's on the play because he had the higher seed, but Cory has been on a freaking tear.
Yeah, I'm always nervous when I'm going 3-0 at an RCQ, and then you kind of take the draw in because you want that guaranteed, the guaranteed top 8. But sometimes that can come to bite you, especially in a game like this where Brian wants that tempo to maybe be a turn earlier to start disrupting Cory before Cory has a chance to go online.
100%. I will say, doing some of the coverage and the interviews with at Tory the Vast today, it seemed like Brian was fated to win this tournament. He had a round 1 bye, 29 players. One person couldn't make it last minute. They called and dropped from the tournament. Brian, last year's champion, gets the round 1 bye. A little shaky on our part, Victor. I don't know who was manipulating the numbers behind the screen, but I don't think that was on purpose. And I mean, I also don't think it's by accident. Brian's at this table. He's been putting up a lot of good numbers on Moto, a lot of good numbers at F&Ms. He's like, I mean, I said it a few times at the event. He's my juicer.
No, absolutely. And I think that Brian is, one of the next people tapped in my mind to see some success at the bigger level, especially in the modern format. I don't know if he's much of a standard warrior. I think it's more of a Tom's sort of wheelhouse right now, but I can see Brian definitely outdoing me as far as best posted record in a modern event so far.
Yeah, shout out Tommy Sars qualifying for the PT. Brian actually was at that event also. Did not make day 2, but he did put up a valiant effort. Moldify for Brian. Turn 1 Thoughtseize.
Ooh. Oh, that's a interesting.
Is it tough? I mean, we see Ugin, Devourer of Destiny, Eldrazi Linebreaker, and I think the choice, Chalice the Void.
Well, it depends because right now Cory is representing either Chalice on 1, which might not be the end of the world because you're probably looking for your 2 drops, but this hand does also represent turn 2 Linebreaker, if I'm not mistaken.
That's fair.
So if Brian doesn't have the removal, I think I'm going with that Linebreaker. That can cause you a lot of problems.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a 3-3 with Trample. That, like, the turn it comes in becomes a 4-3 attacking with haste. So it can definitely get the game done pretty quick, and he takes the Eldrazi Linebreaker here. Let's hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him.
So I think this should tip up Cory, though, that, hey, this hand might be a little light in removal. So he might try to play an aggressive, get whatever creature he might find in here, which tough to tell, but I think that's a creature in the front. I think that's a Writhing Chrysalis.
It is a Writhing Chrysalis. I think it's a Writhing Chrysalis Forest, and then the other 2 cards I could not see.
Yeah, so I'm thinking creature here. I think he had enough mana for now where he's not too worried about it, but I could be wrong. No, I think I'm right.
Temple Forest. Okay. Draw for turn. Yep.
Yeah, so he left that Chrysalis on top because he can.
Simple. Okay.
He can deploy a turn 2 Chalice into a turn 3 Chrysalis.
Turn. Play Marsh Flats. I'll pass through.
Does he have the doggo in the end step? That's the real question.
That would be powerful right here because I definitely saw an Aven Interrupter in his hand.
See,
So-
I'll name Eldrazi. Okay.
Well, not that synergizes very well. So never mind.
I'll play Chalice on 1. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a little apparent that
It's
Brian
probably this one.
didn't have any one drops of relevance right now, but that may matter later on.
Sure.
No,
Okay.
I mean it definitely stops an ephemerate. Ooh, okay. So since he has the doggo, I'm gonna put a little spoiler out there for the kids at home watching. That doggo is gonna exile the chalice, and then the chalice comes back with no counters on it, and then it's really not that great.
No, it is not. I was gonna save it for everyone at home to kind of enjoy. So
Interesting enough, Victor, maybe he doesn't target the chalice with the Felia if he draws like a Overlord of the Belmerk.
My turn.
hey, that's a good one. It's like we saw this match or something.
I actually forgot that part, but
Okay. Trigger. Yep.
kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
that's a
Ooh.
decent one. It's a decent one.
And it deals with the chalice for sure.
It does deal with the chalice.
So combat.
Interesting to see if
Okay.
Brian has a land that isn't. I know he's only got the enchanter.
Triggers flicker. Okay. Nice.
What I will say here is
Yep,
Brian's
blocks.
definitely putting a lot of power into play right now.
Oh, he also has the Flicker Wisp.
Second
So
main phase gonna play Witch Enchanter.
there's gonna be
Okay. Go to
there's gonna be some value to be had.
We have a trigger.
That's for sure.
Mill.
I think that's a Recruiter of the Guard and a Solitude. I think Solitude's the easy pick here.
Yeah.
And he's got Aven Interrupter, Flicker Wisp. Ooh.
We'll take Solitude. Okay.
So really awkward though
I'll
because
pass.
I would like to see Brian try to hold on to this Solitude for a hard cast so that way the Felia can start just wombo comboing the creatures. Because eventually the board's going to be too big for Brian to deal with. So hope he can have time to do it.
Eldrazi. Okay.
Worst case, maybe Brian draws an ephemerate and then gets rid of the chalice and does it that way, but we'll see.
I will.
And Cory passes the turn with 5 cards in hand and a freshly drawn Kozilek's command off the top.
Yeah, so, I mean, on one hand, it's still a Belmerk. Oh, and he drew another Felia, so there's a good chance that this won't do anything, but...
Oh my gosh, interesting line of play.
Okay. I'm gonna cast the Flicker.
Brian's going to have to see it. But
I'll have the ETB target.
he can do some Flicker Wisp shenanigans here if he targets the Flicker Wisp. Oh, okay. That definitely fixes this.
I'll go to combat. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna cast Kozilek's command. Sure. I'm going to make
solid line of play.
Exile the dog.
Yeah, I mean it's right there for you. There's no reason not to. Removal,
No,
unramp,
100%.
all the same.
All right. All right. Let's go to combat. Sure. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ugh. Not the greatest feeling in the world because you know there's a Devourer.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
So
if there's a land in Cory's hand, you're gonna lose your battle mark. So you might as well just get in there because you got no other choice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's fair. He's obviously not going to block. There is
Even if he does, it doesn't really make a difference. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Solitude. The dog.
I understand it.
Go ahead. I'll let you go.
Okay.
I understand it, but the chance of there being a soul land being played is so likely that it almost makes it so that you didn't get to do.
I've got no blocks.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
He picks up the Solitude again. The only thing I would have liked to see is maybe not pitching the Felia there.
No blocks.
Because with Felia and Flicker Wisp, you have a mana denial plan of taking one of his soul lands away on his turn, where you Felia out the Flicker Wisp, it comes in the end step, and then for their entire turn, they're missing a 2-mana producing land.
So you had a Solitude in hand? Yeah, Solitude.
I would have preferred that over the Aven Interrupter. Because the interrupter doesn't stop the devourer. That's like basically on the board. But I guess this does.
Solitude, pitch, even in.
It's a swords to
Okay.
block your power.
So it's toughness.
Yeah,
Or
and I almost feel like that was like a
power?
4 for 0.
So this comes into play, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just because 4 mana, like it's. Yeah, I don't know if I can agree with that from Brian's standpoint. I think okay, you take him off the 7, but he's still got 4.
Yeah.
And I will pass.
So
Alright, turn.
Him being at
So
5
that's-
cards and then like kind of being behind on just cards in general is
Alright,
a
I'll
little
go combat.
hard.
Sure.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Trigger.
Yeah.
4.
I think he might have a white card in hand. If he's got a white card, he's got to take Solitude here. But even still, I think he's in a bad spot.
Yep, let's
6. Yeah.
let's not get ahead of ourselves here,
sorry,
gentlemen.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I'm
okay.
thinking on what to
Okay.
get.
You know, fun story while Brian's thinking about this. I once had an argument with a person who was playing a different match at an IQ about Yawgmoth and how he acknowledged half of the resolution of an ability, but then
Okay.
didn't do the other half for the opponent or remind him. And I called the judge on him, and he argued that that's not, how it works. And I said, well, how is that possible? Because if you're doing one half of the ability, you're resolving the ability. You
You're
can't.
required to do the rest of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a funny situation. That guy didn't like me, but if you're out there, I don't really care.
Even interrupt.
So-
Yeah.
Okay.
I think something like that happened earlier in this event where somebody attacked with a Felia, removed the creature, put the creature back into play, but forgot to put the 1/1 counter on the Felia.
Okay.
And then like a turn had passed and they called the judge and they're like, well, technically the 1/1 counter would be on the Felia, so it got to resolve like that. Well, we've come to the 7-mana quandary. It's a good thing Brian's not playing blue because these are uncounterable.
Yeah, that would be a little awkward.
Sack these 2.
Here it goes.
Counter for 7.
Oof.
I also forgot about that card.
Cast Ugin.
Yeah, I did too.
Exile.
What's that guy do? Whenever you cast
Comes in.
a colorless spell?
Well, he's a devourer, and then whenever you cast a colorless. So, all right, we realized that there was an issue there. The
Oh yeah, the Eldrazi Temple can't pay for the
I'm surprised they
the-
can't. Actually, it would be perfectly off flavor,
will
and not surprise me anymore.
Eye of Ugin should pay for Ugin.
pretty much out
But
here.
Eldrazi Temple, I don't know. I don't know if he's an Eldrazi. He seems to be an Ugin, in my eyes.
Yeah.
So Devourer is
Brian's got
in
a lot.
play. Yeah, I know. The life totals don't suggest it, but
I'll just pass to you.
All right, cards in hand. 1.
this
Yeah,
is
one.
gonna be a rough one for
Yeah.
Brian to claw his way out of this.
Red, green, uncounterable.
Okay.
I'll cast.
Yeah.
Rithing Chrysalis.
Okay.
Cast trigger.
So he's got a
Cast trigger's
4/5.
Okay.
He's got a 6/7 and a 4/5.
Yeah, this is
And a
this is a
6/6.
long climb for Brian.
Does Brian have Wrath of God in his deck? I don't think he does. Or Damnation.
No.
I'll do even interrupter.
And it makes it cost 2 more.
Oh, just such
Yeah,
a
so
feels
next one,
bad
next
because there's
turn
still
you
a
cast
cast
a
trigger that
sorcery
gets the
for
value.
2. No, just 2.
Oh, just
Two
for
colors.
Yeah.
Solas? Okay. Um,
Cory's at 8 is not facing lethal if it gets attacked.
go to my tag step.
Mhm.
I'll swing for 6.
I know this sounds like a ballsy play, but I think this
I'm
is
gonna
no
go
block
first.
territory.
So I'll be at 16.
Yeah, I would.
We're trying to
Okay,
win
so
the game.
yeah, I was waiting for maybe fetch surveil, see what I want to draw first.
And then make a decision. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the recruiter's only 1 damage. I don't know if one's going to make a huge difference here. So
Yeah, I think if you're gonna chump, it's recruiter.
Surveilling. I will.
It's got to be an
So-
auto overlord here. If like
this on top.
the only card I would be keeping on top is Solitude or Overlord.
And even then, I don't love Solitude because it just lets
I'm
Cory
thinking of this.
just get back into the life total. All right, well,
Yeah.
preserving. Let's see how that goes.
I'll jump block.
Okay.
Alright.
Is it an ephemerate?
I will pass turn.
Okay.
I did not get a good look at it. If my opponent draws a card and then looks their graveyard, I'm assuming it's like Belmerk. Maybe it's an Emperor.
An Emperor wouldn't be terrible. There's a little bit of play there, but
It's a black card, that's for sure.
tapping for 5. Is it a hard casted Belmark? Nope, nope.
Sorry. It's gonna pay 2 to.
Oh, it was a Belmerk. Okay.
All right, so doing
pay
the
2 to impend
the
it.
impend.
Trigger.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, there's a Flicker Wisp.
4.
Oh, you have access to the whole graveyard. I always think Belmark is just the cards you
No,
mill,
no.
but it's actually
No,
better than that.
Falagi's the card you mill.
So I'm gonna get the Flicker Wisp.
Okay.
I'll cast Flicker
We
Wisp.
do have an army in the sky now, which is
So,
pretty good.
Turn that.
Which means the
Alright.
Writhing Chrysalis is going to have to stay back on blocky duty. I
Makes
think
that a
I
little bit
take.
easier.
Cards in hand.
Yeah,
Two
I think
cards
I
in
take
hand.
the Emperor Bones here
Um,
and like threaten a big attack the next turn. Like I'm not dead from Cory's side.
Okay, I'll go to end step and return this.
As much as you
So
want to take
trigger.
Solitude, I think it's just Emperor.
Um,
I think Emperor is going to get you the game over quick.
I'm gonna get.
Oh yeah,
Brian
let's
getting ahead of
let's
himself
resolve the
again.
whole
Reversed
ability.
or no?
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
No problem.
All right. Well, that mill was. I mean, at least it was
It was 3 and
dead
4.
cards
Yep.
to get rid of.
No.
Yeah.
I think Bowmaster's not great here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Going to the bone
I'll
zone.
get Emperor.
Emperor
Bones.
Bones.
Be interested
Okay.
to see if Brian gets
Okay.
another turn here. I mean, Cory has a lot of mana this turn, so it might be interesting to see how this goes.
Oh my gosh. So with his Eldrazi Temple, that's 2 mana for the Writhing Chrysalis, right?
Okay.
Because it's 2 mana to cast it,
First
and
things
he can spend the
first,
2
I'm gonna
mana to
cast
cast it,
this.
which is
Yep.
great.
And cast
But
trigger.
this puts him in an 8 mana territory. And what was that one card we were having trouble
Okay.
casting?
Oh yeah, no, it puts you in line for the Ugin. I wonder if he has a follow up, because that'll be even more
I'm going
brutal.
to-
Because then you're losing half of your non-land permanents.
Is
in
that
one turn.
so? I don't know the arts for some of these cards. Is that a glaring Fleshraker in his hand?
The one behind the Ugin? It's tough
Oh
to
no,
tell.
that's a sire. That's a sire of 7.
Sire, yeah, there's a sire in the front there, but there is a card behind that I'm not
I
sure
think,
what it
I
is.
think they're both sires.
I will.
I believe both of those cards are
Party
sires of 7
hand.
deaths.
That would. Emperor Bones.
Unless one of them is like another line breaker. Some of the arts on some of these cards, it's hard to like. I'm trying to look at half of one of the card arts. So it looks like it's a line breaker and a sire of 7 deaths.
If it's a line
And-
breaker, I think this is just GG.
Oh my god, yeah, because the thing gets trampled.
4 and.
Yeah, and then you cast the Ugin 4,
Here,
5,
that's
6,
going to be
7.
for the summoning sickness one.
Okay.
Um,
Yep. So you get rid of the
5,
Baelmark,
6,
and then
7.
Yeah.
you
now cast
make
it
3
again.
colorless mana.
I'll exile
Yep.
that.
Yep.
I'm going to add 3.
Okay.
He gets to
Correct,
kill another thing. Oh my
Cast
gosh.
trigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kill the 2/2.
Okay.
And
Bring-
Exile. Yes.
Jam.
To go to combat.
Yep.
Trigger.
what a
The
crazy
Ugin's got 7
turn.
counters on it. Yeah, that's a nuts turn.
So what? Brian has a theoretical 18 health.
I'm gonna target itself. 1,
Okay.
2, 3,
So
4.
You make your big crystals have
Everything's-
trample at bay.
everything's at least a 6.
And
Okay.
Haste.
So 7/3 trample haste,
Yep.
and then
6/6
big
and
boys.
a 8.
Okay, he made the line breaker
And
bigger.
I'm going to my attack step.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, so what do we got? We got
Yeah.
6, 8, and then a lot.
Yes, it's 7.
7. Yeah. So this is 7.
7
13.
trample.
Yeah, 13.
Huh?
Oh, the line breaker doesn't give.
Oh,
Okay, I
6
thought it
plus,
gave the creatures trample, so
the
I
actual
apologize to everyone at home.
No, it gives
No.
so at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains haste and plus X plus O until the end of turn, where X is the number of Eldrazi you control. He controls four Eldrazi, so he gives the line breaker plus 4 plus O, making it a 7/3 haste trampler.
That's
So
that's pretty good
so
stats.
there's 13 coming in on the one side, and then the other side has 8 with the Rising Chrysalis. So he can technically just chump the Devourer of Destiny and still be alive, quote unquote. The only issue is the Riding Chrysalis that's back to block is going to block any of the flyers or whatever's going to happen for the turn. So you need a way to remove the other Writhing Chrysalis, which we don't have.
Well, if with the Emperor Bones, he can get rid of it. The only problem is that that doesn't solve
the other guys in play.
Yeah, so like that's gonna hit for 6.
yeah.
It's gonna take 12, go to
This was
4.
7 power.
Yes.
Okay, 7.
Yeah, I don't think Brian
Yeah.
can come out of
So
this.
follow
It's
my
too
go
much.
Yep.
Okay.
There's no planar cleansing in the deck.
He's straight.
Yeah.
And
So we know we have the
I'll pass
Emperor
turn.
Bones.
Okay.
Oh, and a Solitude off the
Ooh.
top. So my question here is, what are you reanimating with the Emperor?
At this point, I don't even know. I think Cory's got this unlocked. That turn was like chef's
turn
kiss.
was nuts.
You
Yeah.
can't ask for a better turn. There's just too much to deal with for Brian. You know, Orzhov already historically cannot deal with planeswalkers all that well, especially with no board. There's too much for not enough. And even if you reanimate the Solitude to get rid of the Chrysalis and you swing, the Ugin goes to 4. Who cares? You know.
Yeah.
I think it's too
he's
much.
kind of in a bad spot.
And the Ugin's just gonna bury him.
This is definitely a space where you would prefer some of your sideboard cards here. Again, I've spoke with Brian a little bit before this match. I didn't know that he was going to mull the 5 here. And again, we were talking a little bit over that, so I didn't get to see his 7 or his 6, but we do have the scoop here going into the sideboards. Vic, I'm going to send you over a link for the deck lists. I'm not sure if you have this.
I don't, but I appreciate that. We'll take a look here. I'll look at Cory's deck list. You can, since you're at more familiar detail, check out Brian's.
Yeah, sorry. Looking at Brian's deck list from the main deck cards that I would probably want to cut, I probably want to cut these Bowmasters because they're not really doing much, and the Inquisition of Kozilek. That's at least 3 cards, and then probably I'm not sure how good Fatal Push is in the matchup because it kills the small guys, but I'm not sure I care about the small guys. Like it kills the Linebreaker and it kills the Chrysalis. I guess the Chrysalis is enough of a blocker. So maybe it's just the Bowmasters, the Inquisitions, and maybe the Thoughtseizes? I don't know.
I feel like Thoughtseize, though, is pretty good just because it deals with whatever's in Cory's hand. Because you got to remember, Cory doesn't play Emrakul the Promised End. So, Thoughtseizing away a big threat means it's done with and it doesn't have any repercussion in the sense of, you've added this creature type to my graveyard. Now I'm 1 turn closer to casting, Emmy. So
yeah.
So it's tough.
Looking at Brian's sideboard, the cards I want to bring in are the 2 White Orchids, the 2 Clarion Conquerors, and the 3 Vindicates and possibly a Fatal Push. That's 8 cards. if I cut the 2 Bowmaster, the Inquisition, and then maybe the Interrupters and the Recruiter, the guards, that's the 8 cards I would need. And then I keep roughly some of the things the same way. It's just basically I gotta like play my deck for my deck without having any like Recruiter shenanigans. But I think that's a little bit better in order to put like good cards like White Orchid Phantom, good cards like Clarion Conqueror shuts down the Eldrazi sacrifices for the spawns. That's huge,
I sneeze the rest.
especially when like Cory's trying to
Yeah, no
abuse
problem.
that with some of his cards. Vindicate's good hitting Soul Lands, Fatal Push dealing with the Chrysalises and Line Breakers, and then like I think those cards are better than the Bowman, the Recruiter, the Avon, and the
Yes,
1,
sir.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, we gotta cut maybe one more card. Maybe I take out an Ephemerate. Or an Emperor, one or the other. Whether you feel like it's a player draw. Brian putting his spreadsheet on the table like a real G.
Told him we didn't care.
Yeah, he's like, you can look at my guide. It's fine. How are you looking at it from Cory's standpoint? What cards does he want to bring in?
I'm looking at Corey's list and I am trembling with fear with how insanely like everything's a threat. Everything in this deck is just absolutely nuts as far as synergy is concerned and must deal with things. I think Corey is see these are both mid-range decks, so it's going to be kind of interesting. Even though we say Eldrazi Aggro, if you think about it, Corey's got 4 drops and then into 7 drops that he's trying to get to.
Mhm.
So it'd be interesting who is the one that's aggressive out of the gate. I think being on the draw, I don't know if it that heralds the end is exactly what you want, just because there's probably some. It might just catch a removal and be fine. So I'm not exactly sure. Um,
Yeah,
I
if
think
Brian winds up leaving the Fatal Pushes in, It That Heralds the End might be a liability.
yeah, and every turn's
Possibly.
important, right? So I could see maybe taking out some number of them. I don't know if Thought Knot is exactly great here because I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to say, okay, I have inevitability. My creatures will be bigger. They will be better than yours overall. So maybe take out the Thought Knots to then just focus on disrupting Brian a little bit. I like some number of Disruptor Flutes. The deck is mana intensive, so
Mhm.
making stuff cost more is certainly um, painful.
Yeah.
Especially making your failure cost 5 if you
You gonna
can
be
get
on
it to
play?
go in without,
Yeah, I'll play.
All right,
I'm
good luck.
responding.
You too.
Dismembers are also good here, and then all is
Which
dust.
member?
Well, dismember.
Got it.
So, I think that being said, I think you can go 2. What is it? 5, and then 2 alls is 7 cards. So maybe. So I don't really like Wastegate. It's a 2 of main deck. So if you take a Thought Knot Sears, the Wastegapes, and then maybe cut one It That Heralds the End. There's your 7.
Mhm.
Just
There's a part of me that looks at his sideboard, and I kind of want the Battle Mages, just for like it's a 3 mana answer for Overlord of the Belmark, because it just gets rid of like it exiles it, right? Exile target artifact or enchantment.
yeah, that's a good point.
I like that. I also don't like Chalice against Brian's deck. Brian does not have a lot of 1-drops. Like his 1-drops are Fatal Push and Ephemerate, I believe, and then like the Thought Seize.
Okay. You keeping yourself?
Like
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, all
I
right,
don't know
because
how much those
you're
cards
losing your
matter.
2 drops.
So if we're cutting the Chalices and possibly the Thought Knot Seers, 7 cards,
That's
right?
7 there
And
anyway.
then if we cut the It That Heralds the End gives us 11 cards, we can do the two Wastegates or the Wastegapes. The 2 All Is Dust is 4. The 3 Null Elemental Blast I actually think is pretty interesting for what Brian possibly has in his sideboard with the Vindicate.
Yeah,
Like
but
just
you're
stopping.
not bringing that in for Vindicate. Otherwise, it doesn't hit anything else in the deck. So you're just hoping to maybe counter
This one.
Okay.
this one random sideboard card.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I think I like the top 10 cards, like the Wastegates, the All Is Dust, the Nulls, and then the Dismember. Maybe it's only a couple Nulls. Maybe it's not a lot, but I don't know.
I think it's 0
All right,
nulls.
do you have any
I don't think there's a
FPFS?
single card worth countering.
That's fair.
Let's play land and pass.
Upkeep. Trigger.
I do believe both players kept 7s, which is nice. Actually, no. Brian went to 6.
Oof, always tough beat. I mean, play.
The champ on 2 mulligans back to back.
Yeah, not exactly
And
what
I,
you.
and I think Cory had 2 snap keeps. I think Devourer of Destiny makes some of these keeps much easier.
It always has. Just
Yeah.
being there to swing
Fire
that
gone, Dismember gone, and then one of the lands. It's the Unclaimed Territory. I saw him.
I don't think
almost
Brian
got-
leads with a soul land, but I could be wrong. Because you're, asking for a white orchid to maybe get some value here.
I'll go and get a surveillance.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Especially when he only has the forest in hand.
Well,
Like
yeah,
his only other
forest.
basic. So okay, he has a waste, but I don't think you can get waste off of White Orchid Phantom.
That's a good question. Let's see. Let's see what it says.
I'm gonna keep that on top.
Okay.
Yeah, search your library for a basic land card.
Oh, that might actually work because this is
It
basic.
might work for waste. Yeah.
I'm gonna play Emperor of Bones.
Okay.
I'll just pass.
EOT.
And he snaps off a Dismember on the Emperor right away.
I don't know how I feel about that. Didn't seem totally necessary yet.
Yeah, I think that was just like deploy early threat type thing.
I mean, maybe wait for Brian to just grow it.
Cast Cavern of Souls on name Eldrazi.
Okay.
And
interesting enough. So Brian could slam this Bogar Trawler and then just vindicate the soul land and maybe put himself in a good. I know it doesn't sound like a good position because he has 3 lands. Cory has 2 technically, 3 technical mana. I'm the player that normally goes for these kind of lines, so like
if
I have the 3
Brian
mana.
had White Orchid, I would totally just wait or deploy White Orchid. But yeah, oh okay. I can't say I'm a fan of this because
he has Felia, Ephemerate, and then Interrupter with the Vindicate.
I guess he can get. See, I don't even like Interrupter.
Red green uncounterable.
Okay.
I don't think it does anything
Yeah, cast is good.
well enough against this Eldrazi Menace. It's getting value anyway.
Yeah, this is just so weird. Like had we Vindicated, he can't do this, and then I think the Felia plan is too slow. Like if we're exiling his Chrysalis every turn, then we're like locked in on that. Ooh,
Draw for turn.
Clarion Conquer slows it down a little bit.
Huge.
The only problem is that Brian cannot swing.
No, he can. He just exiles the Chrysalis with the Felia.
Oh, yeah. I always forget that does that. One day I'll remember everything.
He's pushing in damage.
Play Clarion Conquer.
That says artifacts, creatures, and
Planeswalkers.
Oh no.
I'll respond. I'll sack and put 2 on counters on.
Okay. All right.
Cory didn't read the card.
Go to combat.
Attack.
Cory might have and tried to get Brian to blink it, which is fair.
Okay. 2 damage.
Yep.
14.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then he'll come back in.
If he has Herald's the End still in his deck, I think I would have maybe liked to keep them just because then they become random, attackers. But
Victor,
what do you got for me?
You know what my 3 favorite words in the English language are?
No, I don't. So I'm gonna let you just take it away.
They're you were right. The card Cory just drew is a null elemental blast.
What? Really?
Yeah, and ironically, that lines up very, very well against a potential Vindicate over the next turn.
Eldrazi.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
I do
I
feel like
really
I feel like
cannot.
it's super narrow, and
I
I think you're right.
will
I do
pass
think it's
turn.
super narrow. That like the only card it hits is Vindicate.
Drop turn.
That was a fatal push off the top for Brian.
So I think, well, what, go to combat, see if the. Yeah, I think you go to combat here. You blink the. No, you can't blink the Chrysalis because you want to kill it with Fatal Push. So, like, what? You just.
All right. I'll go to combat. I'm gonna attack.
I mean, the
Interesting.
Chrysalis isn't a
Master
threat right now,
will move
because
back
it's just
in.
getting exiled every turn.
All right.
Like
5
Cory's on a
damage.
3-turn clock,
Yep, 5
so
damage.
he's got to find some kind of answer
9.
here.
All right. I'm gonna cast Vindicate on the temple.
I will respond.
Sure.
I'm
I
going
I gotta say, I know it's good in
go
this moment, but
I'll counter it. Okay.
I don't
Alright,
understand bringing that in.
Your guy comes back.
The chances of it being good.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully it doesn't punish Cory that he had
I
that.
talked to Cory before this match had happened, and he said something about bringing them in because he had gotten blown out by the Vindicates
Okay.
Draw.
in his in one of the earlier matches. I think he played against Brian the night before on at FNM, and he was just getting vindicated all day, and he kind of wanted a card to deal with that.
Manual draws.
Yep.
Yeah, but
I
three for I don't know. I don't think
three sideboard cards for 3 sideboard cards does seem a little weird, but you know, sometimes the fates just line up and like you look like a genius, like he just did. So
yeah.
I mean, he could be back down at 4 mana. I didn't see what he drew.
I'll pass.
Pass.
Yeah.
I do think like we're in trouble if he draws like another Kozilek's command or something like that.
Well, so far I don't think
sure.
they're. I don't
Okay.
think.
Yep.
I think Brian's probably on
Graveyard.
the idea that there isn't one unless he drew it this turn.
Yeah.
Coming for 5, put him to 4.
I think that's what it is. I think we just leave all of our mana untapped and then just jam. Like we have a 2-turn clock.
All right.
Especially if
go to
Cory
combat.
doesn't
Okay.
do anything.
Attack. Blink.
Sorry for the glare on the screen, folks at home. That's a Clarion Conqueror
4
that's
damage.
all
Yep.
glared out.
I will command for 4.
Okay.
Choosing
Oh.
exile creature, make
Is
4
that a
dudes.
flicker?
And targeting
This.
this.
Ooh, baby.
I'll respond
Yeah.
to this target.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna ephemerate
a
that.
little rough
Okay.
because these spawns are theoretically useless.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting that he
Okay.
didn't.
Okay. Damage
block?
to,
Yeah.
Oh, I think Cory might have said before damage. We'd have to replay the tape, but
okay. Yeah.
And
we
then I
can
think
return
there's
the
a-
guy.
Okay. Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Tap. Draw.
Yeah,
hold on.
because
I'm thinking on this.
Brian's creature got flickered
Gonna
with the
fatal push
ephemerate, so that guy's gone now.
Push.
except now there is an It That Heralds, but there's also a Devour. So Cory has a couple of options. I think you just do Devour and to get rid of Clarion.
Yeah, I hate to bring it back to this point before, but I think the turn 3 Vindicate is what really would have put Brian in this match here. I think the fact that the Soul Land has gotten to produce 2 mana multiple turns in a row, and especially in this spot, if it wasn't in play, obviously he couldn't do anything, and I think Cory would just be dead to the Conqueror and the Felia here. Because there's a Flicker Wisp, and he would have been able to do some fun stuff.
I'll exile this.
Okay.
I'm gonna sack 2 dudes.
Yep.
Cast It That Heralds in.
Okay.
And go to my combat. I'll swing for 2.
Okay. 2 damage.
Yeah.
All right. I go 14.
And it is your go.
You can Flicker Wisp.
Okay.
So
We'll
He
draw
drew-
here.
I think that's a recruiter.
Go Flicker Wisp.
Okay.
That's fair.
ETB,
So I guess.
bounce that one. Go
Ooh.
to combat.
Sure.
I appreciate what he's doing here, but I think you flicker the Flicker
Like
Wisp.
that.
Okay.
Because then you keep the Devourer of Destiny off the
Damage.
board.
Two.
It would be active player, non-active player, right?
Yeah, so what would happen is the Flicker Wisp would come back. It would the Devourer would come back from the Flicker Wisp. The Flicker Wisp would then come back, exiling the Devourer until Cory's end step.
Yeah,
then
but
he would just
isn't it Brian's? Oh no, because it's Brian's trigger.
Yeah, Brian's triggers goes on the stack first, and then Cory's
that
resolves
14.
first.
Yeah, but they're all Brian's triggers because they're all coming from Brian's cards.
Yeah.
Then he would choose how he gets to stack them. Then
Yeah, but so the Flicker Wisp. Oh yeah, because the Flicker Wisp has an ETB, so it would be separate afterwards.
Mhm.
I don't think it's gonna matter though. Unfortunately for Brian, I think while he did whittle him down. Oh, this is.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
okay.
that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lost one last because
Yeah.
of that.
Yep.
Go to my
So
attack
that's
step.
7.
Oh.
8, 9.
I'll swing
So
for
now
7.
we can't target the Sire because the Sire has
Okay.
Ward, pay 7 life.
Yep.
Well then. Guys, I got bad news for Brian here. We are not going to see a 2-time champ, possibly.
I'll block that one.
Okay. Take 2. Or pick 1.
1. Okay.
13.
See.
Pass turn.
He's got a chip and a chair, but it really comes down to what he draws. I think he's got a... Yeah, unfortunate.
That's
but
it.
Congrats to Cory.
Congratulations.
Good games.
Good games, brother.
Nice play.
I just want to say a huge thank you to the Manasquan First Aid Center, Tim Cicino, a.k.a. Mox Flip, and Tori the Vast for coming out and helping us with all of our interviews. Guys, thanks for joining us for this OCHO. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell. And if you'd like to support us, you could find us at our Bonfire store.
And a huge thank you to our sponsors, Nova Games and Brick, for hosting us for FNM. And please make sure to use our Mana Traders coupon code OCHM at signup for 25% off your third month.
I've been Sparky. Say goodbye, Victor.
Goodbye, Victor.